Can I just ask you, for the benefit of our editor at home, just to introduce yourself first?
I'm Fikile Mbalula, Minister.
And if you could look at me.
I'm Fikile Mbalula, Minister of Sports and Recreation, South Africa.
Great. Can you tell me, how confident are you of South African success at the Commonwealth Games?
I'm very much confident because I think our athletes have made quite good preparations for these Commonwealth Games. And we have actually pitched ourselves higher than the last games in India. From 33, we want to rise to 43. But even that, it may not be the case. To us, Commonwealth is very important. Competing space to prepare our athletes for the bigger theater in the world, which is the Olympics. And here are good countries with good expertise. And it begin to also inform us in terms of the sort of preparations that we need to do going forward. So it's an important theater of competition in the Commonwealth family of nations.
Do you have a prediction about how many medals you might win this year?
We want to win 43. That is the preparation, I think, which is quite achievable from our side. And I'm quite confident that we'll be able to achieve that.
We've been here today at the Commonwealth Sports Ministers meeting. Can you tell me what is it you've learned during the day, if anything?
There are fundamental issues that we debated, which I think cut across, but the emphasis on development cut across nations, and the aspect of school sport in particular and physical education are key now in our national sports plan in South Africa going forward, and as we roll out our own plan. But fundamentally, the question of sport and its intervention in peace and development in the developing nations, particularly Sri Lanka and Rwanda, you know, the role that sport has played there. The report that we are receiving here, which has been noted, is quite encouraging about the role of sport. It reminds us in South Africa about how we use sport for social cohesion and nation building and reconciliation. And that is what is very much critical, I mean, for us in terms of what among nations we can emphasize when it comes to sport. Sports for peace and development is key. But one of the fundamental questions that globally sporting people are grappling with is the question of doping in sport and also integrity in sports, which elements of it is doping, and at the same time the question of match fixing and so on. The fact that today as government in our communique we are able to commit ourselves to rid ourselves of any forms of such is very much important, but fundamentally discrimination and all forms of discrimination in sport. That's what we committed ourselves to. It's important to work towards that. When we see such incidences globally in other sporting codes, it means that we have not done our duty. It is important that every platform, every aspect of our endeavor in sport must be used to basically full realization of good principles that define a good world order of what we are striving for. And in this particular instance, those principles are principles of enhancing equality among nations from a point of race and all of that, and address all questions of discrimination that we must be faced with, and sports plays a critical role when it comes to that.
Just lastly, what is the value that the Commonwealth brings to this particular area of policy making?
Well, it brings a lot in the sense that we're able to interact and gauge ourselves in the Commonwealth from a point of view of our abilities, our strength, our preparedness, and sharing of experiences. And today we in South Africa have just signed an agreement with Jamaica on a whole range of issues. They are strong when it comes to athletics, and we can cooperate with them with regard to other aspects of our work, high performance training and so on, and open up with regard to that. That to us is very much important. So bilaterals arising on the sidelines of the Commonwealth is very much important between countries, but also the interaction of athletes in these countries of the Commonwealth gauging our strength, like I said before, is very much important in our preparations going forward to the bigger event, which I characterize as conquering the world, because the Commonwealth is a center of competition. The world is in Rio 2016. That's where we're heading to.
Well, I hope you have very good games going ahead, Minister. Best luck and good luck with your medal tally.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to that exciting day tomorrow. Looking forward to what the Scottish have got for us in the opening ceremony. I must say London Olympics to me was fantastic. The Chinese had the money, but London had history, and you know, my heart was there. And I love it so much. More than any other thing, I enjoyed them, and looking forward to tomorrow and throughout looking at the performance of our athletes.
Wonderful, thank you. Good luck.